I had my phone on. I forgot I was listening to an audiobook. No! How far back was I? Well, I'll have to figure that one out later.
That's the worst things about audiobooks is trying to find your place.
I mean, most of the time it keeps it unless I forgot it had it on. Okay. We can get started. As the team ventures forwards outside of their news destination, you came across a town finally getting out of the Underdark. While the team itself is more or less relieved, it turns out that you're kind of far away from, the kingdom that could help you. So you're kind of stuck here for 3 days unless you want to hoof it. And in that way, you'll have to pay for stuff and then, do your own thing. That being the case, though, if you decide to wait, you'll go with the caravan for the next 3 days. So you do have time to kill, and since nothing's trying to kill you, it might be worth it. Entirely up to your team, of course. You do find yourselves in a small village. I gave it a fake name. I think it was Kier or something. Meyer. It was Meyer. MYR. It's quite literally the second thing in the Roll20 chat.
Mirror.
Oh yeah, I think it was Mir instead of Meyer. That makes sense. But I digress. Your team more or less got some snacks. Gothos made a terrible joke about eating while talking. And then people started to... Yes. So now, in order to compensate for that, I'm going to remove these icons because I don't remember why they're there.
Sounds good.
If I had to guess, it was when fighting, but you're no longer fighting. Toulouse, you also get removed as well. I don't remember what the icons are, so unless you remember, they're gone.
I think they're like buffs and stuff, but
that makes sense. I also don't remember why there's bats here.
There's one bat because I have a familiar.
Then why are they drinking it alone at the table?
Because I can't control what they do, and they've lived a very hard bat life.
That's fair. But I digress. Coming into town,
apparently his parents were murdered, so he's decided to take up the appearance of a human and become Man-Bat. That's why he's accompanied me on our crusades.
I mean, if we're talking comics, Man-Bat is the size of a human, but the appearance of a bat. Just letting you know.
Oh. Well, I can't help it if this Man-Bat imposter is running around trying to tarnish Echo's good name.
Hush.
You just said Echo didn't have a good name. He had a hard life and was drinking and yada yada.
Yeah, Echo's fine. Man-Bat's an issue. But I digress. The bartender basically told you the spiel and things. Well, the caravan's leaving in about 3 days. I forget what voice or word pattern I use with her because I don't do voices. I do mannerisms. And she basically goes, well, the caravan's leaving in about 3 days. You're more than welcome to go with them. Otherwise, it costs a bit to hire horses unless you intend to walk there. It could take a week to 2 weeks, dependent. Other than that, though, there is a shop if you do intend to shop around and see what lies in wait. The only other thing in town that's of interest is the Colosseum fights.
Eyebrow raise. Might one earn some money there?
I suppose so, if you win. Or if you bet correctly.
Interesting indeed.
What happens if you lose?
You lose the money.
What happens to a competitor that loses?
Depends on the rules. There are some that are non-violent, sportsmanship-like. There are some that are win through submission, basically knocking the other opponent out. and there are more violent ones, but those are usually done outside of the normal public eye.
Well, I know what I'm doing for 3 days.
That sounds interesting.
I like how I mentioned fights. God's like, fighting? I mean, we just got out of a whole bunch of fights, but fighting sounds good.
All he knows.
We can make money off of.
Yeah, he's poor. He needs some money to go to the shopping district you set up.
That's fair.
And it's also a place of boldness and gambling, which is time more essential. Boom.
True. Why
I'm
won't...
curious about it.
What was that?
And Calusa is curious about it.
That's fair. So what do you guys do? You can just leave town. You can just, I guess, go to the Colosseum fights if you really want to. Other than that, again, shopping district, other things you can do in town. You just name it, and I'll let you know.
Yeah. Well, unless you guys want to hit the shopping district first. I mean, I know you're all a little bit wealthier than me. Otherwise, we can go bet some of that wealth on me kicking some ass in the Colosseum.
I'm down for the Coliseum.
So you do know that the man that brought you here is still in town for like a little bit. If you want to check what he's doing, or you can see if you can't get some sort of shadow structure thing for Slash, because she's currently unable to make it to the surface until nightfall.
Oh, when you say shadow structure, you mean like
An
umbrella.
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 Took me a second.
Monster in the dark.
I mean, she seemed pretty ambivalent about coming up, but I feel bad about leaving somebody who helped us alone, who's just going to go into the depths of the Underdark.
You are correct. You don't have to bring her along. It's just there.
I think she kind of wanted to come. I mean, she did offer.
Can we just get like a cloak for her?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like a cloak with a big hood. And...
A screen.
I'm
Oh,
sure
hey,
Kobo would be happy to donate his sunglasses.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, bartender lady. How
Yeah.
does this city in general feel about dark elves? You know, are you kill on sight sort?
Depends, I suppose. Do they break a law?
I mean, oh,
Should be fine then.
just okay, all right. Just checking, you know.
I mean, like most folks, people do have the suspicions around them, but as long as no law has been broken by them, should be fine.
Have you seen
course.
others around here before?
From time to time.
Oh, okay.
Where's she? Looking around, I see nothing but dark and shadowy figures everywhere. I think a drow would fit right in.
Sure. Generally, you're not wrong. Okay. Yeah, you can tell that based off the information you have right now, no one's really excluded from this small village. Well, village, air quotes, town. It's not that big, but definitely has their own assortment of things to do in town. But there's no one really excommunicated or like looked down upon. They do have their suspicions, like everything else. They do realize that, when a drow's about, things might get rough, but as long as they don't break any rules, they should be fine. Similar to when new people come to town, people keep an eye on them, but as long as no one burns down the village or burns down the tavern, should be okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Sylvana worshippers can be fine. Dang, it's not Sylvana, is it?
Does Gothos know?
It's been said. It's part of her personality.
Yeah, but does
but
Gothos
I don't-
bother to remember?
Well, he's pretty big on religions, isn't he?
His own.
What do you want me to roll to find out?
You can just roll history. It's fine.
Alphabetical order, but I still can't find it. Ha!
Ooh.
From what you can tell, the Sylvana might not be the proper name.
Oh, because that's an elven goddess.
Yes.
What is her thing? Is the Morning Star, isn't it? Her moniker.
It is giving me the wrong information. Why can't I find it? Oh, because I wrote this awkwardly, so... Of course it doesn't give me the right answer. Elistre.
I think I wrote that down somewhere.
Elastre. Nope, has nothing to do with the Morning Star. It's
No.
probably it was probably fucking Sylvan again.
You can tell that they are basically the good deity within the Drow pantheon, but because of that, no one really talks about them, so no one really pays attention to them. But they do have followers outside of the Drow, but no one outside of the Drow are priests or priestesses of Elistre. Unfortunately, because, you know, her main thing is trying to get the Drow back to the good side instead of being basically mind controlled by Loth and always making them evil. So, you know, if an evil god has control of an entire race, they tend not to let go.
Yeah, and Gothos can't help but sympathize with that, considering that's his whole beef with Mugubliet.
Yeah. The only reason why she's a Drow goddess is because, you know, when Loth got banished, you know this, Gothos, when Loth got banished from, you know, the Elven Enclave, well, she decided to follow along to make sure that no one else underneath the Loth's rule, or at least trying to make sure that no one else in Loth's rule has no choice and are given a chance to do good. Or at least have a different choice. Options.
Okay, yeah, then do you guys want to go down, get a... Well, actually, does this... I have a... What is described in my inventory as a glowing parasol mushroom.
You just have a giant mushroom that you called a parasol.
That's true. Okay, yeah, okay, we should probably go check out, maybe get a big sun umbrella and get her then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that and then we'll go to the...
No, I mean, Antidote does state, I mean, we do need money for that, and I am more or less kind of broke right now.
We have some money. I have some... I don't know how much it would be, but we could at least walk by the stalls and see if they have anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wealthy, but I can afford an umbrella.
You look in your pockets and you realize you probably can.
It's pretty gold.
It's gonna be tough, but you think you can scrounge it up.
Yeah, I might be able to.
See. We'll check it out.
All right.
And then we'll go.
I'm gonna say Antidote and Eldeath go to check the Coliseum and wait for you guys there, so I have less NPCs to control.
Okay.
Eldeath would probably want to go see people get beat up.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Antidote goes along, so nothing happens outside of the Coliseum.
He's secretly a compulsive gambler.
Maybe. Maybe that's why he has no money. Entering into the shopping district, you do find a few stalls here and there, definitely some other things that you didn't expect that would be here. In fact, when you come into the area, you do hear some people shouting, "Well then, step right up, win a goldfish here. All you have to do is get this ball inside this hoop. And then you hear another person state, no, come over here. Instead of a goldfish, what about a giant rat, rideable and tameable, all at the low price of 10,000 gold? No, not a 10,000 gold rat again, not a wyvern egg. Win that opportunity to raise a dragon. Just choose the right egg, and perhaps you too can be a dragoon of old. And then there's regular stalls.
Well, I already have a pretty cool mount. Anybody else wanna get a wyvern?
No, I think I sprained my eyes rolling them so hard.
Come on, you're a kobold. You'd be super. Oh, you're not a kobold. Never mind.
I think I'm now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And the goldfish is probably a bit too small for a snack.
Yeah. Do we see any umbrella-like stuff around?
Yeah, like just coming inside, you do find some small stalls here and there that quite literally just sell fruits as apples. Like what? Like I knew I was gonna mess up that sentence, and yet I continue.
How much are apples?
Fruits like apples, bananas, and stuff like that, as well as vegetables, as well as common materials, goods. Not any magical potions. For that, you'll need to go into an actual shop. But there are people that sell umbrellas, for the common day and age.
What about a storm cloak? Like a heavy cloak that covers the whole body.
Yeah. You do see
with a big hood that you can put over, really protect you from the sun.
Yeah, you do see a vendor that sells like weathered clothing for like winter, summer, fall, spring. All designer stuff, and then some non-designer stuff that's like bargain bin.
Rain cape.
Yeah, something of good quality that'll keep the sun out. That's what I'm looking for there.
Well, looking in the area, you do find like a bargain bin, clothes on the rack, and then clothes behind the shelf. The stuff that's behind the shelf costs 10 gold. The ones on the rack cost a range of 1 to 5 gold, and the ones in the bargain bin, you'll just have to scrounge around and hope there's a good one, which is possible. You just have to roll a d20 and get a very good one, 15 and up, a decent one, 10 to 15, and pressing your luck below a 10.
I'll just take one of the 10 gold ones. I know they're of good quality if they're behind the thing, right?
Yeah, technically.
Whoa.
But
you seem the most out of place on a drow.
Looking at the 10 gold ones, you do see one that's like made out of what looks like ivory white hue color with gold filigree. You do see another one next to it that's like burning emerald with red hues, almost like an emerald that it's caught on fire. Another one next to that seems to be a dark cloak with even darker embedded embroidery on it. So it's kind of hard to see it now that you look at it. It's kind of like, what was the point of embroidering it if it's all black?
Yeah.
I like the emerald one.
And then there's also a common brown one next to it that just looks fancy.
All right. I was going to say, I'll go ahead and take the dark one.
For you?
No, for the drow.
The all black one?
Oh, I think an emerald one would be better.
Well, you can buy her the emerald one. I'll take her the dark one, and she'll see which one she likes better.
There's white, green, black, and brown.
Well, my thinking was that pick something that kind of distracts away from the actual, from what Slash really is, as opposed to the whole, oh look, I'm edgy. I am clearly a dark elf who's trying to blend in and not be obvious as a dark elf.
You guys know the symbol of her goddess is a full moon, and there's a big white cloak there, right?
Sorry, say that again?
The symbol of her goddess is a full moon, one of the symbols, and there's a white cloak there.
In that case, I'll take the white one.
Yeah. Okay.
Instead of the dark one, I'll grab the white one.
You're like choosing which one, and then your companion's going like, the white one's more thematic. And you go, yeah, that makes sense. You pay the 10 gold. The merchant shop, high elf woman,
Yep.
picks it out, brings it towards you, and then states, I can get this tailored for you, but it's a little big for a
Oh
small
no,
sized creature.
it's gonna go on a big person.
I can loosen it.
Not that big, a normal sized person.
Oh, then it should be fine.
Yeah.
You pay 10 gold, and you're wondering, was she being rude or helpful? You're not entirely sure with high
Mhm.
elves.
I just kind of consider that helpful. Hey, Boom, were you gonna get the dark one so she'd have a choice? Didn't want to be shiny at night.
You're really obsessed with that black one, aren't
No,
you?
just asking. You can get her the brown one. I didn't know she wanted a choice. I
So
did
you
my
like
part. I
the
paid for
emerald
one. All right.
Well, if it were up to me, I'd pick the emerald one.
Okay.
After all, I'm still a fan of camouflage, which,
I-
as I
I-
learned on the battlefield, comes in many different forms.
I will tell you
Yeah.
that the cloaks do work like leather armor. So you can, if you wear leather armor, you can just buy them if you want them for yourself. They look stylish. That's all I'm gonna say.
Does the stall have umbrellas?
It does. Looking around the stall, you can tell there's some paper umbrellas that are, if you just want to look cool or maybe a hipster kind of thing. Then there's some umbrellas that are actually for the weather. Some cheaper ones that are 5 copper. Some more leather and lined ones that might stink a little bit down the line, but will be a lot better than paper. For like 2 silver. And then a very, very wide assortment of designer ones that will last long and are made out of strange hide that you can't tell what it is. Each one is embroidered with different designs and structures, patterns. And it does seem to have, each of them has the tag cast, what's it called? Prestidigitation.
Oh,
Prestidigitation?
Yes.
I want to get one of those for the.
That does cost a
Wow.
gold.
That's okay. I want to get one of those.
Okay, you pick one now that is maybe your themed or Slash's theme. Pick one now. The high elf in the same stall then states, very good. I can get one that's smaller for you if you'd like.
No, this one's for a friend of mine, and you said it was just 1 gold.
Yes,
Oh, thank you so much.
of course. She switches it out. You give her the gold, and based off of it, she does state, now the umbrella itself is able to keep you dry, but it does have an enchantment on it that does cast precipitation whenever something is spilled on it. So thankfully, it will never have an issue with it unless you really hammer it down.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Yes.
Kothos would like to get one for Tannhauser. The sun off the eyes.
You pay a gold. She says the same thing as she's been saying to everyone. No, it's for a friend. Okay. She tells you the exact same stuff, and she does state, now then, if you are ever somehow dirtied by the umbrella or a lack of covering, you can tap the umbrella on yourself, and precipitation will work on both you and the umbrella.
What a wonderful device.
I do cover all my bases, and if someone does complain, well, they really have their own faults for not listening to this definition.
Why, you've been most helpful.
Of course. She goes back into the stall and arranges a few things here and there to make it look more fanciful, because you guys have been purchasing things. So she does bring out what appears to be some not new leather armors, but definitely designer stuff that would swap out for your own, but it is a little expensive, so I would not recommend actually buying it.
Only if you're drawing character art.
Only if you're drawing character art, honestly.
Kobo, unless you're expecting 3 wardrobe changes in the process of getting Slash, I think this cloak that's already been purchased ought to be good enough, and then we'll let Slash decide what the replacement wardrobe should be.
That'll work.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this vendor's still going to be here tomorrow, right?
Of course.
So Alrighty. Well, in that case, we can bring our repeat business back at that time.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. I will be here for 3 more days, and I'm heading out to the caravan.
We might see you there.
Oh, it'd be a pleasure.
Thank you.
Ah, you're too kind. You're too kind. And she does the whole obligatory. Thank you for coming to the shop. If you need anything, my name is Sylvia. I'll be happy to serve you today. Do you guys head out?
Yeah.
Is your name actually Sylvia, or is because I was saying so long so much?
Probably. It is now.
Uh-huh.
It's a really common name.
We'll head to...
It's like the elf equivalent of being Bob.
Yeah. There's a Sylvia. Okay. Where are you guys heading off now?
to
pick up Slash, right?
yeah.
Okay. I think most
If
of
she
you.
wants to come.
I honestly thought you guys were gonna maybe do this or wait until nightfall. But okay. Surprisingly enough, you do see Lenny still there because I did not update the map, and I also can't because it doesn't want to show up for me. There we go. Lenny looks towards you guys and then disappears in a puff of smoke. Antidote, Eldeath are not here currently. And puff of smoke.
How appropriate that death is in her name.
Oh yeah, it is. Just noticed that. Anyways, entering into the area, you do find that Slash is kind of like looking outside, wondering how long until nightfall. Maybe to catch up with you guys, or like to see how things are going or progressing. But
that's hilarious, actually. That an Underdark character would be like, "How long does this infernal light last?"
The motley crew comes forwards. They turn a left, and then you guys come up. Soon enough, Slash does recognize you guys coming forwards. Oh, hey, is everything all right?
It
Yeah,
depends. What are your favorite garment colors?
Mhm.
I prefer white with inlace black in it.
All right.
White with gold work.
Yes. Not really sure why you're asking the question.
I go over and give her just a full package.
You
Step
got
back.
you got a gift wrapped. I'm gonna say you got some nice paper. And she goes, "Oh, thanks." She begins to unfurl it, open it, and then pretty big, billowing jacket / coat pops out. Oh, oh, that's awfully nice of you.
Also, I
Protect you from
walk
the sun.
up. Yeah, and I walk up and give her the umbrella. And this will help too, I think, just in case that doesn't cover parts.
Getting the umbrella. Genuinely shocked that you're being so nice, because even though she's a good drow, this is kind of weird for her. So honestly, she's taken aback and goes, "Oh, thank you." She unfurls it, pops it up, and she does put on the cloak. The cloak itself does cover most of her body except for her head, unless she, wears the hood. But when walking into town with the hood on, it tends to draw attention. So Toulouse could call on the umbrella.
Hey.
So popping it up, she does state. So how do I look? The clothing itself and the umbrella itself are nice. Paired up, it kind of clashes, but they still look nice and expensive. Unless Toulouse, would he have fashion sense?
Yeah, he he grew up in a household like a fancy one.
That's
I
fair enough.
think so. I mean, we could roll for it. Let's roll for it. Would I have fashion sense?
There's
Uh,
What would
also
our-
the argument to be made that you just get a pure black one because it blocks out the most light.
I'm gonna say it's a charisma roll. So anything charisma, you can roll for it.
Charisma. Gotta help me out here. What's good for
So you can roll
Um,
deception, like saying, like deceiving yourself.
Performance, persuasion.
I'm gonna say wait.
Performance, persuasion, or deception.
I'll go with persuasion. I went with the wrong one. I guess I don't have any
Like
fashion sense,
you have
so I guess
maybe
the umbrella
you
fashion.
have maybe fashion sense with like what kind of jacket goes with it, what kind of shirt, or like what kind of pants go with what kind of socks. Maybe not meshing the two together. So an umbrella is kind of off on that. You might have fashion sense on other things, but not an umbrella with clothes. At least in this
What's
case.
tie-dyed?
No, it's not that bad. It's more like the jacket itself is black with gold trimming, and the umbrella itself is like kind of porcelain white with green, so it looks more Eastern. And
The jacket was white.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna go with the green or the white. Okay.
yeah, so the jacket itself looks more Western European, and the umbrella looks more Eastern Asian. So they do look good. They just don't fit the same style.
Okay.
But both of the
Well-
styles are expensive. So either way, as long as you're not a snob, it still looks good.
We also can head back to the stall if you want to choose different stuff.
Oh, no, this is fine. I honestly don't really care how I look, but if you wouldn't mind, I would be happy to accompany you.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Why do you think it came back?
We plan on checking out the Coliseum. They have like a battle arena thing going on there, and we also want to go shopping some more.
No,
We wanted to make sure you can come along.
of course. As she steps out, her blades and some of her stuff, except for her armor, the new cloak, her shoes, and the umbrella, like all burn away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, most of her weapons were drow made in origin.
Wait, doesn't that take like an hour or something?
All begin to sizzle away.
All begin to melt away. Oh my gosh.
We might want to wrap those up.
She quickly like wraps the cloak around them, so buying more time, but she clearly needs to buy weapons here.
All right.
I
yeah,
have
we'll-
a shield and a javelin for her right now.
She
And
can't
then-
use shields or javelins.
Hey, javelin's simple.
She can't use javelins.
All right, fine. I'll give her my bastard sword.
I mean, you don't even give her anything. You're going to the Coliseum fights.
Fine.
She's
and then
probably
we're
just
gonna
gonna
go
bet.
shopping.
Yeah, she's probably just gonna bet and
Right.
win some money. So Coliseum fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to wrestle some surface dwellers.
Well, Slash, if you want to preserve your weapons, I can hold on to them for you for the moment until we can find a more secure container for them.
She nods and hands them over to you.
Alrighty. I go ahead and pack them away.
What are her weapons, by the way, that she can't?
She has 2 long swords, 5 daggers. One of them looks like a crescent moon, and another one looks like a. For some reason, it feels like the sun, but it's crescent in shape. It just feels like it has a holy radiant energy on it. And then one of them, another item on her, seems to be a very thin piece of wire golden rope.
Fancy.
But nonetheless, you guys do head over to the Coliseum, which I will now drag you there. Boom.
You're not planning on trying to get yourself killed, are you?
No,
I
other
wonder-
people killed, maybe, but not me.
I wonder if they let teams enter. We'll have to check out what they allow.
For some reason, it only copied Slash.
One sec, I'll be right back. Sorry.
No problem. I need to copy you guys all there, anyways. For some reason, I didn't think you guys would go to the Coliseum, so I never put you guys there. Which makes no sense.
Yep. Nobody ever looks for opportunities to kill other things in this game.
Or get money.
Oh, I forgot the halfling camp sounds more Irish. Yeah, whatever. For some reason, the band that's currently playing in the Coliseum is Irish. I don't know. Eastern Halfling, whatever. Right now, things are not really coming to a close. In fact, things have yet to be started. Looking around, you can tell some people here are excited. Some other people here are like itching to fight. Coming down and around here, you do find Eldeth and Antidote. And I want to say Antidote says this because she would say it rudely. Antidote comes forward in the state. All right then. Based on the information we've gathered, it does seem that they do pick out people to fight inside of the Coliseum based on if you just want to. Depending on how many people, it can be team matches, 2-on-2, or single bouts. It all really depends on who decides to fight today. Most of the fights are not, to the death. However, we did hear rumors that at night there are some seedy nobles that do pay for those.
You do.
You can
Or are
bet
there
on
half giants on the roster?
I don't know the roster. So he looks towards Slash. Oh, hey, Slash. Hey. Nice umbrella. Thank you. Right. We can look into it more, but right now, that's all the information I have. Unfortunately, Death kept making people go away. She sighs. They just would not listen to me. Right. But looking around, you can tell people are antsy. And eventually, an announcer comes into the ring. Standing in front of the area, you can tell that there is a... where are you, announcer token? Oh, no wonder I can't find them. I have elves open. Not an announcer can't be an elf. It's just not the one I was looking for.
Yes, today in today's battles to the death, we have the following fine candidates. It's like, yeah, I don't think you're working the audience right.
They're all rich, pompous folk anyway. Today's selections of miserable slaves for the slaughter are...
As you enter into the area, a giant of a behemoth, you can tell that they have horns protruding out of their head, but they don't seem to be that of a tiefling. In fact, for some of you, it doesn't seem familiar. For others, you do realize Boom, Toulouse, and no one else I can name, realize that this giant of a man standing at 8 feet tall with a billy club-like weapon to his side with spikes on it is a Oni. Green Oni, to be specific, dealing with more brute force than anything else. They shout out towards the crowd while the band is still playing in the background. Ha ha! Welcome, new contenders and new arrivals. Today we have an opening spot for as many fighters as we can tend to. Someone in the crowd then states, "Don't we always have that? That's the spirit! Now then, who would be more than willing to put up a fight and put up a show?"
Yeah, Gothos has to leap down, right? He set me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I brought Toulouse with me.
That's fine.
Tannhauser leaps. I do a big old anime entrance.
You jump into the area, land next to him, and like a billow of smoke and dust cover the area. It begins to cough loudly and then goes, "Ha ha! Now that's the spirit." More people begin to show up. Is there anyone else deciding to fight today? Slash, any PCs deciding to fight today?
Nobody
have
wants to go.
Yeah, I'll go into. I'll go into.
Is this actually just like a fighting arena, or can we use magic as well, or how does that all work?
While people are jumping into the area, the announcer does state, "Now you're more than welcome to use whatever gifts the gods gave you, or whatever tricks or the trade that you yourself define for yourself. This is a battle of wits, cunning, strength, and ingenuity. The most in..." He then pauses for a second, trying to think of the word, and then states, honestly, this is part of his character. This isn't just me always screwing up. He pauses for a second. Inventive! A person will always come out at the end. Or the one that can kick most ass. Either one works.
Okay.
Gothos grins his big needle grin.
Yeah, I've told the fight enough times that a whole lot of novelty in doing it for funsies.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. What's the purse? What are we doing this for?
The current purse is stating at a whopping 400 gold.
All right, I'm in.
Weren't you already in, sir?
Yeah, I could have left though.
Ah, very true, very true. If you do decide to chicken out, gobble gobble, you're more than welcome to head it back out. You do hear some of the crowd like chuckling.
And Gothos just give him like a Terminator stare.
As soon as, not as soon as you do so, but as you do so, he does state towards the contestant that popped down to the Coliseum. Now then, what kind of fights would you like? One-on-one combatants, duel, to the death? People begin to chuckle and laugh. Some people in the crowd kind of like, yeah, that's funny. They likely know that, that happens that night. Maybe not with this announcer, but with someone else. Does your team decide to say, hey, team battles, or like singles?
Who's in? Kovo, Toulouse, Gothos? Yeah, I reckon we can mess him up.
You can do singles.
No, there's 9 of us in here. Wait, is the purse split between us? Interesting.
It is.
Yeah, I guess I gotta have you guys backs, huh?
I'm gonna say Gotham says, groups, I guess. The announcer is, that's the spirit. You guys group up, and the other contestants decide to group up. This Dragonborn, this orc, and this human with a piercing blue blade step up, and this tiefling with burning flames of whatever they are. This more or less giant of, I don't remember what he is. The token's too small to see. And this Kitsune, which again, Toulouse and Boom know what they are. They basically have a lot of tails and can fight and are very dexterous. All right then, here are the rules. No killing. We do have medics on the staff if you accidentally do it, but don't try to do it. They're very expensive. That being the case, though, it'll be a 3-on-3-on-3. As long as one of you survives, you win the pot. If you don't survive, or get knocked out or thrown out of the arena, then you're out. Any other questions?
How do you get thrown out of the arena?
If someone throws you out.
That's a
Better be
damn
careful,
good
Kobo.
explanation.
All right, then. He begins to rush over, and then immediately jumps 15 feet up, and then, lands on the chair to the north.
Yeah. All right, team. Just don't move. Stick near me, and we'll take care of them once they soften each other.
I have an idea if we all back up at round 1.
I think we're good right now. I mean, you can nuke them.
Okay.
I can prevent them from coming closer. I don't want to
Well,
get.
no, it's not them coming closer. It's us being too close. I want them to go close.
You crazy kids.
The announcer does state, "Is everyone ready?"
Mm-hmm.
Round 1, fight.
Give me 1 second. I need to delete the current turn order. All right, then. Let the match begin. And immediately everyone begins to go into battle stance. I want everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. Boom. If you want to cheat, you can roll initiative as well.
I don't know that I want to cheat, but I guess I'll roll initiative anyway, just in case.
Just to have the option.
I do have to wonder why I was singled out for that.
Because you're not in the arena.
You're literally the only one not fighting.
That's why you were singled.
Ah.
Honestly, I do not mean hey, Boom, you should cheat. It's more like, Boom, if I don't put you in turn order, you're probably going to be there for a while. They're all rolling pretty much 10s. No, that's a 7 there. Oh, that's a 14. Nice. And then everyone else rolled decent except for Kobo.
I'm seriously going
And
dead
Goddess.
last.
I am so on the ball here. I'm gonna spectate like you'd never believe.
Going to commentate all the plays.
I'm already like, what are you holding back for? Move it, move it, move it. The enemy's not gonna kill themselves.
All right. Boom, you are up first, technically.
No,
Well, I'm
that's what
already-
he's doing. He's
Giving
spectating.
us moral support, shouting, telling us what to do.
Shouting out to the crowd, you just basically shout out, "Hey, you guys can do it! You can do better than that!" No one has made a move yet.
Yeah.
Toulouse.
I thought
I'm
this was a
gonna
fight,
throw-
not a staring contest.
I'm gonna throw with those encouraging words. I'm gonna throw my gold dagger at one of these guys. I guess this guy.
24 does hit that guy.
Okay. I'm gonna roll my dagger damage, and I get attack number 2.
Mhm.
Dagger number 2.
Unfortunately, dagger number 2 does not hit.
That's okay. It comes back to me still.
Yes.
I think that's all I can do for now.
All right.
Just
You can also move if you
break
decide to move.
formation. I don't want to break for. Where do you want me to go? You want me to stay close to you, Gotham? So I can't. Can I hold that and move with him if he moves?
If you want.
Yeah. Just want to stay as close as my movement will allow me to stay to you, because I know you have more movement than me, I think.
If he decides to jump, then you can't catch up at that point.
Okay.
And yes, Gothos would likely jump. So, you throw your dagger directly towards the man, Dragonborn clad in armor. It sinks in, it slashes through, and it comes back towards you. You fling it again, being more, not flirtatious with your weapon, but giving it more of a flair to it. Because of that, it bounces on the ground beforehand, causing most of the damage to go into the ground. It bounces off his armor, unfortunately, and then it comes back towards you. Looking towards this, the Katsune man to the left is impressed by you. Only because, he's not... well, technically this is his thoughts inside his head, so I'm not going to I'm not gonna say anything. He looks towards you, nods in improvement, and then rushes and bolts directly towards you guys. Looking towards you guys, he would choose potential. Sorry, Kobo, I'm gonna describe it this way. Loose ends. Gothos is on a giant spider until Luz proved herself that she's capable. Kobo, you haven't done anything yet. So the man tries to pierce into your heart. Not really, but it's the best definition I can describe.
Okay.
With his long sword, he goes to try to sink in, and immediately you move to the side, causing him to lose balance. As soon as that happens, he then pivots and turns and tries to slash in once more to your side. Unfortunately,
91.
With this chance and moment in time, while he's curving upwards, you bend your body that you basically elbow the weapon down into the ground, causing it to sink in. And he momentarily loses it for a second. You look cool. He looks kind of dumb. And then he basically just picks it out of the ground and is kind of embarrassed.
I love that.
I just got that
You look
smirk on my
cool.
face. It's like, oh, you screwed up. Should have stuck with her. She'll kick your ass the nice way.
That being the case, though, let's see here. Nope. Unfortunately, they could go after you guys. The orc then goes directly towards Toulouse, trying to get out what appears to be a nice broadsword like weapon, and then tries to swing in, but unfortunately he cannot hit for anything, and then tries to swing again. Nope.
No.
Okay. The Dragonborn then goes directly towards this tiefling woman, and then basically with their metal claws tries to rake into her side. Plus his modifier does hit, and then slashes into her side for a good amount of damage. Tries to swing again, hits, and then slashes once more. Gothos.
Gothos is going to use his. Oh no! Do I not have a channel divinity? We should have rested.
We should be full up. We have
I
rested.
know. We
You
did rest.
Okay, then.
didn't.
I thought we did.
You decided
then-
to short rest and eat.
Interesting.
We can say you long rested. It's fine. I don't care. We can say this happened the next day. That's fine.
Just because you're being good to me. All right, fine. I'm gonna use my channel divinity to. Yeah. Or sorry, that's the wrong one. Damn it! I have so many auras. I'm sorry.
Well,
There we
right
go.
now, I guess it's
Conquering presence.
Okay. You can use your channel divinity to exude a terrifying presence. Blah 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 blah. 30 feet. You choose. Wisdom save failed. Become frightened of you for 1 minute. The frightened creature can't repeat this save throw at the end of their turn. Okay. Who do you choose? And is any of them your companions?
Literally everyone but my companions.
Okay, 30 feet. So I think you should cover the entire field.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
you
was
can.
measuring. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Do you include these guys?
Oh no!
That would be really funny. I think the only person actually within 30 feet though is Elsdeath. No, Elsdeath and Antidote.
Like everyone
and,
else
like, one guy.
except for Nom Nom and Slash. Like you can get a lot of people.
You know what? I'll get them just because this is theater, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So I wanted to be like, so the anime thing where it's just like people are like, "What is he doing? Oh, what is this dark presence?"
Immediately presenting conquest aura around you. It burns into the field. I'm gonna roll for the. I'm gonna say the crowd fails. Like they're not fighters. Well, some of them are fighters, but not any of them that I showed. So they fail.
And it's DC 16.
Boom. 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 That's not looking good. Boom. Boom. And that's the one. Boom. So basically everyone except for the Kitsune man and the Tiefling woman.
Da, da, da.
So I'm just gonna mark them two, and everyone else is frightened of you.
Okay. And then bonus action, summon spiritual weapon.
All right. What kind of weapon?
For this, I think it'll be like you know what a blackjack is?
The playing
It's
card?
just like it's a little leather pouch filled with lead shot that you like smack someone on the back of the head with, and it knocks
The
them
sock
out.
of quarters.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. Okay, so I don't have a token for that. So
It's a
here's...
club. It's a
yeah,
club.
yeah. So here's an actual blackjack.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, the
Right.
ones who
You can move it wherever you like, by the way.
yeah, no, the one who isn't afraid of me. I'm gonna pop it there. Boink. And I make a spiritual weapon attack.
That is it. Nice. I also realized that you guys are still marked on this map. I thought I got rid of you.
Uh-huh.
I think that's the empowering bond of Nom Nom and something else. But slashing into him with the giant sack of quarters, you sink in and it does do a good amount of bludgeoning / spiritual damage. I think it's force.
Yep. Actually, yeah, it's force. It's not radiant. It's force.
I think so. I could be wrong. Gothos, anything else?
I think I'll just take a step forward. Sorry, I grabbed loose again.
I mean, she did say she would move with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-huh.
If
Anyways,
she wants to, she can.
I'm still
but
in range of you, so I won't move because I would put a attack of opportunity to that dude next to me.
no. If you move 5 more feet, he would. But right next to Gothos, you would not provoke anything.
Yeah, I don't have any reason to move though. He hasn't
Yeah.
moved out of my range.
Yeah, that's fair. Gothos, you exude a massive amount of dark energy. It bursts into the arena, and a lot of people are afraid. And then you just summon a sack of quarters and just hit this guy on the side of the head. A massive cry of pain, fear, and panic all at once happen. In the crowd, you just hear, "Ah, it's a monster!" And another one says, "Oh, Dad, give me that! I don't know what that is, but it's scary." Apparently, that kid's like super cool with scary stuff. And then someone else is going, "Ah!" And then like, what's it called? It's not fainting. It's what rich people do, like lie on a sofa and faint.
oh, when they have the vapors.
The vapors. A woman has the vapors in the crowd, accidentally lands on Boom. Boom just like pushes them away. This guy will likely help out his teammates, so goes for the Dragonborn. Too bad we're not doing pincer attacks. Goes and swings. Does hit. Does do a lot of damage. Tiefling woman looks at you guys, but kind of dealing with the Dragonborn right now, so she's going to try to hit. Does hit, and the...
Just for funsies, remember that anyone who's frightened of me has disadvantage on attack rolls and such.
That's right. Ability checks attack rolls when the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature can't willingly move closer to... Oh, that's right. Which means he can't take that 5 feet movement.
He could like go around a path or something.
Yeah. He still hits. If he, makes the attack again. No, he does not hit this time. So I guess he saved the Dragonborn from getting hurt.
Hey man, I want everybody to be frightened of me,
Yeah.
which is counterproductive because I'm telling you, you can roll to be not frightened at the end of your turn.
Oh yeah, that's true. +1. Nope, still frightened. The Tiefling woman then brings out 2 giant, like knives, but they curve like almost to the near touching your arm. It kind of looks weird. It looks like she has the hilt of the blade, and then the blade curves around her arm. It's just weird looking. She curves in and sinks heavily into them, and then tries to swing again. +7. Unfortunately, rolls a natural 1, so it kind of gets caught in her. She's technically wearing a dress. And instead of trying to rip it, she like moves it up, so she just loses that secondary attack. And the last one that has yet to go decides to go for this group. Goes for the orc. Swings, attacks, +3. Does not hit. Kobo, your go.
Okay, I'm just going to take a little side step here behind Gothos. Now that I'm lined up, I'm going to Agnar Scorcher all 4 of these people.
What's the
Just
width?
5 foot wide. 5 feet wide.
Yeah, if you angle it that way, you can get him.
Yep.
And I'm assuming it's something long.
30 feet long.
Yeah, should be fine. Alright, dex saves. The frightened people have disadvantage.
14. That'd be 22 or 12 for the save.
The Kitsune guy saves. Dragonborn fails. Guy on top of the Dragonborn fails. Tiefling woman succeeds massively. So it's weird. It's the 2 non-frightened people. So they take half. 14 plus 8. 22. A burning gout of flame just shoots out where Kobo points.
I
hitting-
just puff up my chest and blow real hard like I'm blowing out birthday candles, and it comes right up my mouth.
Gossos quickly looks for the cake. Unfortunately, the candles are all Kobo could afford right now. You guys
And
are
the
doing
cake
this for
was
money.
a lie.
The fire burns into the arena, causing a good amount of damage towards everyone else. It does look that the Dragonborn is down. I'm not going to penalize Kobo. They're down, would be considered dead, except for some medics come in and then take them out to go be revived.
Yeah.
Let's see here if this guy dies. No, but he's barely alive. Kobo, anything else?
This guy is frightened.
No, he's not.
He's not frightened?
Everyone with a red mark is not frightened. Everyone else, every combatant is frightened except for the ones in red.
Oh, okay. I thought this guy got frightened because, okay, no.
It was easier to mark the people that weren't frightened than the people that were.
But, yeah, if I were to move, this guy is going to get an attack of opportunity.
You can.
Good circle.
Good circle.
Oh, I was going to come over here.
No, yeah.
No, that'll work. I will puff out my chest and defiantly look at him. He's missed me twice, and I've just burned his face. Do something.
Do you say that in game?
No, that was just the attitude. I'm striking a defiant pose, not moving.
Oh, okay. Back to Boom. Someone comes around near you, Boom, and you do hear, taking bets, taking bets.
I'm going here.
That's weird. Isn't it a bit late to be taking bets once the fight started?
No, we usually wait for a round before we take bets. After all, we don't exactly know who jumps in, and if people go down, well, they really weren't worth betting now, were they?
Alrighty. Well,
You could safely bet on us.
one question I have is, who did Conquering Presence exclude?
The Kitsune man, the guy that has that guy, a red dot, and the tiefling woman, the one that has a red dot, that girl.
Oh no, what I meant more was, who did Gothos specifically decide to exclude?
His teammates and no one else. And
All
you
right,
guys.
well, in
technically.
that case, wait, were we excluded? Because if we weren't, I failed my role.
You are a teammate, Dave.
I think you're fine. Boom, I think you're fine.
Okay. And what's my take on the? Well, actually, how does Kobo look like he's doing?
Pretty good. He's not dead. I don't think you've taken any
Alright.
damage, Kobo.
Well, I guess I will go ahead and just keep yelling, slaughter them all, slaughter them all.
Okay.
While also taking a look around, if I needed somewhere discreet, is there anything available here where I kind of get out of view, or would I be counting on people being distracted?
2 prongs to make it better. People distracted. If you just want to be hidden from vision, behind any one of the statues that are encircling the arena.
Actually, maybe I'll do that. I'll go ahead and actually try and hide.
All right.
Amidst the chaos.
You cozy up next to a statue and the person that's taking bets. All right, weirdo. And then just leaves. Slash makes a bet. I'm not going to tell you who she bets on.
I see who Elsdeath bets on.
Antidote bets and...
Elva bets on herself.
I'm sorry, ma'am. We can't bet on yourself. Useless. She wouldn't bet. Mainly because she's not fighting.
Yeah.
Boom, you're easily able to hide.
Okay.
People are looking at the crowd rather than you. So you are able to get behind the statue without any issue. Are you like holding any action?
No, I'm not going to hold anything. I just want to make sure I'm already under cover if I do decide to do anything.
Fair enough. Toulouse.
I want to use Gwen on the guy. This guy?
Mhm.
Oh,
That does hit.
Shaw!
Using Gwen, it pierces into his side, and a massive amount of ice just beams in there into his flesh, causing it to be a lot more painful, and you slash back out.
So, I'm no expert on the rules of sneak attack. Is it that an ally has to be there, or just someone who is hostile to the person?
An
for sneak
ally
attack?
has, according from what I can remember, an ally needs to be within 5 feet.
Okay. Right.
Sneak attack.
And I use my second attack.
It says once per turn you can deal an extra d6 of damage to one creature hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll. So that could come in the form of somebody helping, like advantage owls and all sorts of other stuff like that. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily. Oh yeah, if another enemy that targets within 5 feet, then you don't need advantage. But if you can get disadvantage other ways, you don't have to have somebody within 5 feet.
That's the wording I was looking for. Is it an ally within 5 feet or another?
Just another enemy of the target. So it doesn't have to be an ally, just somebody else that's hostile to who you're attacking.
Once per turn, you can deal an extra advantage on the target roll. Attack even if it range. You don't have advantage or attack roll. Another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. Yeah, the enemy is incapacitated. You don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Yeah, so as long as there's an enemy.
And there is.
And there has plenty of them.
So you get your sneak attack damage.
Toulouse, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that you can choose another target for the sneak attack. Because the sneak attack target basically takes him out. And again, I don't want to penalize anyone, so guards come in, take the guide, get him revived.
Yeah, non-lethal damage.
Hey, a sneak attack can be a whack to the temple.
I suppose.
Just scratched him in the face. No, I'm just kidding. That's mean.
If
Yeah.
a person's body is a temple, this temple is shutting down. Thwack!
You then just stab the guy next to you for 1 point of damage.
This
Alright.
body is the temple. It's a church in Canada right now. Wubba.
On fire.
Ooh, burn.
Too soon. Toulouse, anything else?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay. I'm gonna switch up the song because you guys are at halfway point now. Surprisingly, a lot faster than I thought.
Ah,
Wrecking face, and I haven't even had a proper attack yet.
For that, I'm going to play this song because it's the first one I found. The Kazune man looks towards you guys, realizes that the half the group is gone. It's like his group and then like that one rando that's somehow still alive on their team.
Yeah, so I wonder, are they going to be like, oh shit, we got to team up, or are they just like, I'm out?
I'm gonna roll for his turn. On his turn. But looking towards you guys, the Kazune man looks towards you guys. Well, magic it is.
Oh boy.
He doesn't make a move like backwards, but looking towards you guys, he then begins to cast something. He's currently saying the words. 5, 4, 3.
Sorry, which guy was this? Anybody want to counterspell?
Okay.
I don't have that on this one, do I? No.
Yeah,
I was just
Boom has
looking to
counterspell,
them.
but he's just watching. I don't have it.
I did ask
Okay, if I
Boom.
glance around me, do I look like I'm okay? I mean, nobody's observing me.
Like Eldith is, but who cares?
I feel like the countdown's been done.
Well, I'll take the counter spell now if it's not too late. If it is, I will.
I was at 2 until people stopped me. So you just go and immediately counterspell his action. He then tries to cast something. You hear a roaring boom, then nothing. Like it feels like some electrical bolt was gonna be shot towards you, and then it just goes fizzles away. Well, I swear this never happens to me. Well, I'm done. Got this.
The guy who just tried to sizzle us is the one right beside me, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I attacked him before. I might as well try and finish it off. Even though he's not frightened of me.
I want him to
Well, I'm
be.
gonna do the bulwark thing. Ooh. Oh no. It's not great. And
It
attack.
doesn't hit.
Yeah, attack second time. There we go.
That one does.
Yeah, and I'll use a Divine Smite on it as well. So, a baboom. And then a Divine Smite goes twice. Come on, Divine Smite. And again, because roll it twice.
Okay. Gothos, you get your bulwark shield and bash it into this guy again and again. Then, for good measure, you put Holy Radiant Energy and then bash it in heavily. I don't want to penalize Gothos, so he just goes down. Medics come in and then bring him out of the arena.
This is as blunt force trauma as you can hit him with the shield.
You can still kill someone like that.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
Depends on the spikes on it.
do we have to keep specifying non-lethal? Anyway.
No one has. I'm
Sorry.
gonna be straight. It's not just you, Toulouse. Kobo started it. Sorry, Kobo, to throw you under the bus. No one ever specified non-lethal. So I'm just making it non-lethal and still making fun of you.
Alright, and then I'm gonna send my spiritual weapon after the one that has been injured.
That would be, I think, both of them at this point.
Alright, the one that's not afraid of me then, because the one that's afraid of me can't come closer.
That one.
And I will specify non-lethal.
There we go. Bashing in with a second quarters. It does hit her side. She's not dead, but she is now considered heavily injured. I think that's it for you, Gothos, unless you want to move.
Yeah, why not? I'll just get raiding the guy. Hang on, I keep selecting Toulouse too. Get raiding this guy's face.
Okay.
So that an ally would be within 5 feet if Toulouse decides to sneak attack.
Yay!
I feel like he can throw 30 feet. He's just going to throw his weapon at you guys.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, of course, but he's just going to chuck. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to choose any one of you. 2 is Gothos. Sorry, Gothos.
Love it.
Disadvantage anyway, so +5. 22, disadvantage. That's a 1.
Ooh, natural 1.
Whoa!
It's
He
good.
throws
'Cause I'm
his
not
weapon and it lands over here.
good.
So,
Because I'm not
Into
100%
the dirt.
certain
He
on
gets his
how
weapon,
the bonus on my shield
and
works.
then just chucks it so hard it goes directly towards you. As it does so, you get both of your shields, both sides of your shield, flip them out, and then immediately when it gets between 5 inches of your face, just switch them back in, causing the blade that he threw at you to be shattered in half before even touching you.
So I am an anime character, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
You wanted it, I decided to describe it that way. That's it for him.
He can roll at the end of his turn to not be frightened.
I did it out of game, but I'm going to do it in game. Good call.
Okay. Just I don't want that to be totally OP.
Yeah, that's fair. What was it? He got 13 this time.
16, sorry.
Still nothing.
+5 charisma.
Looking towards her partner, she just sighs, looks at the weapon, veers off, thinking if you will attack or not.
The spiritual weapon doesn't get...
I know. She doesn't know that. Comes over here. Yeah, she's going to do this. She begins to cast something, and then, unfortunately, why am I saying this? Because Boom already uses reaction. Too late now. She begins to cast something immediately in the air. Unless someone else has something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nope, I don't got it.
Gothos, Toulouse, Kobo, and that one rando. Go ahead and roll dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throw.
Behold and revel in my aura of protection. Oh, jeez, I chonked it, though.
So wait a second, what kind of bonus do I get for that?
+5.
+5? Okay.
Mine's built in. I did real bad.
I rolled a 10.
Gothos, did you get the aura too? I think so, but
Yeah, it's built in.
wait, what do you mean built in?
Like, my dexterity save is +3, and my aura gives it +5 for a total of 8, which you can see there.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Mine. Let's say.
Yeah, Toulouse's is 8 +5.
Toulouse,
or
you're
+5,
fine.
yeah.
I'm super safe.
You can use uncanny dodge to not take any damage.
Yeah.
I think she has.
Oh wait, yeah, I think she does have that rope
Dexterity at
thing
this
that if you
point.
pass, you don't take anything at this
Yeah.
level. So you're fine. Don't even use it.
No.
So immediately a burst of fire just burns in. Toulouse just grabs on, I want to say to that rando dude, grabs onto his helmet and then just flings herself into the air so high that the fire just doesn't even touch her. She is anime. Everyone else fails. The rando got an 8, but just to do it in game. Oh. Well, he succeeded, but he's probably gonna die anyways.
Okay, what are we looking at here? A fireball or
Fireball.
Agnar Scorcher? Fireball, okay.
A massive boom in the air bursts in, and everyone takes 29 points of fire damage. Toulouse, you take nothing. That rando's gone. Even saving.
Now, just out of curiosity, if I have resistance to fire damage,
You take half.
did that give me a bonus on my saving throw, or just
You take
a
half.
halving of the
take
damage
half.
taken? Okay.
It's
I
not
did
that.
not succeed. My shield master is not relevant. Apologies.
I'm not gonna penalize her. So some guards come in, go get him revived. See, I can make fun of myself too.
So I take 14 points of damage?
No, you take 15. Rounded up.
15, sorry, okay.
The non-lethal blazing inferno.
I'll be mean +1. You just hear the announcer in the basic skybox. Well, people are really bad at not killing people. And then back to the group. Kobo.
My turn. I just kind of smile and say, "This is fire, babe."
Excuse
You
me.
want
Quicken
a
spell.
fireball? This is a fireball.
Alright, I'm going to quicken spell for a bonus action.
Immediately mad dash while you're casting it. She casts counterspell. Does it succeed? It's a basic 3rd level.
How do you have to roll for a level 4 spell then?
You just upcast it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna
Counterspell work.
upcast it. I was gonna
Oh,
upcast
then
Agnar
it-
Scorcher.
It'd be a
level
14,
4.
wouldn't it?
Okay, then she has to roll for it.
Yeah, she
and
has to roll.
DC 10 plus a spell's level.
Alright, yeah.
She
That'd be a
upcast it.
14.
She does have a +5. Unfortunately, he succeeds. I'm gonna say the spell just doesn't flicker, but you don't lose your action. It just
Okay.
the quick spell doesn't work. Even though that's not how it works, I don't want you to lose it.
Okay, so if I try to quicken spell a spell for my bonus action, and that was canceled out, can I still cast a full spell for my action, or am I stuck with cantrips?
You can still cast a full spell action. Normally you can, but I want to see what you do.
Okay, once I need to read it, but I'm going to do this quicker. Okay, wisdom. I need her to make a DC 17 wisdom save.
Wisdom +3, not proficient in it, so it's just +3. That's 14, 15.
She throws her stuff on the ground and she's groveling.
Why?
I point and say, "Grovel."
Okay, thank you.
You cast command.
I'm assuming. It's not like, oh, this is a homebrewed spell, so now she's gobbling to me. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it. I just need to know why. Command.
No, it's just I had to read real quick to see what it was. It's a wisdom
He
saving
casts
throw of
dysfunctional
my DC.
relationship.
Yeah.
Is this enchantment? I don't think it's enchantment. It's enchantment.
Elf is resistant.
She just has advantage on enchantments, but nah, it's funnier this way. Why am I breaking
Right,
so
and
many rules
that
for this fight?
actually takes effect on her next turn. So next time it comes up to her action, that's what she's gonna do.
Okay. Boom.
All right, well, I guess the situation probably looks like it's under control, so I will just continue to spectate, although I would like to position Echo up on top of a statue, preferably one not near me. But still, like maybe this one over here.
There you go. Oh, okay. There you
Yeah.
go.
Thoughtful to do. All right. And I will continue to spectate, just less noisily than before.
Toulouse.
Okay. I will throw my dagger. Throw my gold dagger at this guy. Can I reach him? Yeah, I can reach him, right?
It
Yeah,
should be able
there's
to.
something on me. Gold dagger.
Yeah, just hit.
Wow. And I'll throw my second dagger. And I hope that hits too. Dagger number 2. So I hit.
Take-a-doo.
Yeah, it
No?
definitely does hit.
Oh.
The guy up top, right?
Yep. Non-lethal damage.
Yeah, okay.
I'll throw it's the gold dagger thing, so I assume maybe I can throw it. It's kind of magical. Maybe I can make it like a blunt object instead of a dagger.
Just
Yeah.
hit him with the handle of it.
Alright.
You get your blade
Just
and
do-
swing it directly towards them. It cuts in deeply that you can see them almost wavering down. It curves back, hits the ground, and comes back towards you. As that happens, you use the momentum to fling it towards him. It hits the ground before it actually hits him, bounces back into the air, and then it doesn't cut him into him, but it does miss his chin. And he accidentally moves forwards, causing the circle of the chakram itself to lunge into his underneath his chin, causing a massive amount of blunt force energy just to hit his head, causing him to just basically be knocked out by a blunt instrument as the blade swings into the air, and then you catch it as soon as it falls back down.
Yay. And I didn't kill
Jeez, it
him.
probably would have been easier to slash his wrist crossways.
Jeez.
Thankfully enough,
Well.
he's no guards seem to come for this guy, but they come anyways to clear the field.
That's
Well,
all
remember, it's
for me.
crossways for attention, long ways for results, so it's still been non-lethal.
Yeah, fair. Toulouse, anything else?
That's all for me.
All right. Unfortunately, you guys almost have this in the bag. Unfortunately.
There's
Gatos.
only one thing left to do. And attack.
Unfortunately, that does hit.
And I'll add my Fury of the Small to that, which is an additional 8 damage.
Mhm.
She's still up. I attack again.
I mean, you can if you want to be mean.
Non-lethal.
Too late now. But I guess I won't be mean. Unfortunately, the Fury of the Small does bring her down to 0.
Yeah.
She had 5 health left. Using your shield, you just bash your way into her side and abdomen. It knocks the wind out of her, and then just to add insult to injury, you just like slap her in the face and she begins to tear up, causing Gothos' Scrabble thing to take effect. But unfortunately, with the amount of damage you did to her, she just like is winded so much she just hits the ground unconscious. Guards come in, go revive her.
Jeez, I almost feel bad about that. These guys sucked.
It could have been a different way if Boom didn't help out. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
would
it's
have
not
been
my
enough.
fault
That would have been.
person doesn't know how to cast a good spell.
I was gonna say that might have been a big hit, but I don't think we would have been completely taken out.
No,
But yeah, that was definitely a help.
it would have hurt. So.
Speaking of which, do I know what the person was trying to cast?
Yes, you
Lightning
can
bolt.
tell that it was probably lightning bolt. Like the way the energy fizzled into the air, it was likely lightning bolt. Like normally you can't, you just dispel the spell. But I'm gonna tell you outright, I'm already breaking so many rules. It was lightning bolt.
All right.
Instead of the accoutrement based off of the fight, the band goes back to the whole Irish Spring song dance. The announcer just basically jumps back in, landing next to you guys. Fantastic showing, fantastic showing. Now then, it does seem you get the honorable chance to fight me. Are you all ready? No, I'm
Yeah.
just messing with you. Here's your
I mean,
money.
Pretty much. Okay.
And then just throws it in front of, I'm going to say, Toulouse's face. Toulouse, you grab it before it actually hits your face. And the amount of money almost wobbles your weight. But you are able to catch it, thankfully.
It's a good thing you did because he didn't specify non-lethal damage. That could have been dangerous.
I was ready to roll dex. I was like, huh?
You do and can tell he has a lot of strength. Like, One-on-one, you might not be able to take him out, but as a group, you probably do a fair chance. But thankfully enough, you don't have to fight him. But he does it. Excellent fighting. So, may I have your names, young or short warriors? I'm sorry, I can't tell.
Are we team fencing?
Yep. Toulouse.
Gothos, 8th born.
Kobo?
He then produces a weird magical made announcer mic. It's basically how he describes it. I describe it. And then he shouts out into the air, "May I present to you the Fury of the Small, Gothos, the 8 of 9, Kobo, the Golden Child, and Toulouse, the Ever Fury. May these new champions brighten your day. I have been York. It's a pleasure to meet you all." He goes out to shake your guys' hands.
Did he call himself a Yort?
Yort. Y-O-R-T.
I thought he said York. I was going to make a peppermint patty joke.
Yeah, sure, why not? I changed my name to York.
Hey, what's wrong with the Yorkshire peppermint patty? Or
York.
peppermint patty, sorry.
He shakes your hands. He basically gives you your money and the whole spiel of, "You're welcome to come back anytime. We're always looking for fighters. And if you come back later at night, I will tell you it pays more, but it's a lot more dangerous."
All right. Thank you.
Of course.
Very interesting. Thanks, Yort. York.
He comes back into the middle. "Now then, the battle of the band will commence," but that's not part of this thing. So you guys basically just leave the arena.
I just kind of
Yeah.
come over and whisper, "Thanks, man."
Yeah, because we know that was like.
I couldn't have done that.
So I split the money between us.
I go ahead and feign innocence, and it's like, well, maybe Eldeth was just looking out for you.
"Here's your money, sir. Here's your money, miss." Looks towards Boom, like, and then leaves.
Huh?
Hey, I didn't lose anything. Well, okay, maybe I did.
No.
I won't
That's
charge
weird.
for that spell slot.
Antidote does state, "For the record, I did bet on you guys. But unfortunately, I did bet all my money. I have a bit of a gambling problem, but I did win. So, 100 gold I have now."
Well, it doesn't count as a gambling problem if you put your money on the right,
Yeah.
the right gamble.
That could be a gambling solution.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And
400
what-
gold
yeah, what's the split?
split 4 ways, right?
Up to you guys.
So 3 of us were in the arena, but we do know that one of us did help. So
Probably.
I don't know what you want to call that.
Helper's fee?
Yeah, that's why we just split it 4 ways. We all did work. I don't know. Anyone disagree?
Yeah, if we're gonna split it like that, don't do it in the Coliseum. That's sort of a mission of guilt. Let's
Okay.
maybe walk away.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I'll hold on to it for now.
All right.
Um,
You hold on to the money, decide on what to do next. Vault. You do see that some people are coming into the stage. A lot of them do have instruments. In fact, I was being honest. There quite literally is a battle of the bands right now.
Yeah, well, there's no such thing as a fair fight, and that was doubly true for a battle of the bands.
I do have a musical instrument.
I mean, if you want to
Yeah,
join,
but
it is a
it's not
performance
fat
battle.
loop.
No, it's actually a pan flute.
Alrighty then.
I mean, if you want to join, it is a performance battle. Duel, to be exact.
Okay, I don't know how that works, but if you guys want to watch, I don't mind. Maybe it's a little extra cash.
Well, I could see that failing miserably, although
Well, you don't lose anything if you lose, do you?
Not unless you bet.
Okay.
I mean,
I
you do
don't
lose
well, I do
expect
pride.
have
anybody to bet.
performance, but it didn't serve us very well when selling clothes.
That is true, but I didn't play my musical instrument.
What was that?
I said that's true, but I didn't play a musical instrument then. No, yeah, no, anybody?
All right, I think
I don't know
that's
if we have enough people for a band.
Okay.
Well, it's a
Although,
duel.
hey,
It's
Slash,
solo
Yeah, I
act.
was gonna say if
You can go
there
in
are
on there.
solo acts. It doesn't have to be like an entire.
yeah, I was gonna say
orchestra.
if we had other things to do and want to be bothered, we don't have to. Otherwise, I'd try.
You don't have to.
Hey, you want to get in there, smash it. Otherwise, if you want to, go for it.
Okay, we'll see how this works.
Okay.
Be my first
Okay,
attempt delving into the performance side of my new classes.
I'll have to settle for being a vocalist.
Alrighty.
All right.
You sound like a dying cat.
What kind of song would this be? Ba.
Depends on whether they're dealing lethal damage when they throw those boots.
Tournament fanfare, maybe? Yeah, good enough. York comes forward in the state. Now then, the battle of the bands will commence. This will be an act of song, of dance, of gravitas, and jubilation. We will base this off of how much the crowd cheers and roars. The crowd begins to cheer and roar. So much so that it's deafening. It looks like they're more into entertainment than fighting. Ironically. Ironically enough, the Battle of the Bands was supposed to be a thing that happens, and the fighting was just a pre-warm-up game show.
Mm-hmm.
But the bands begin to come in tow. Some of them are single acts, the other ones are others, and some are performers. Looking towards the rest of the group, York is going to be present. Now then, who will like to step up first? This will be a performance role, based off of your own type of style, your own type of flair, and what you add into it. Basically, how you describe your performance. You may get a bonus, or you may fail in the end. Who would like to start first?
Shall we, Boom?
Sure. I'm probably going to go ahead and get a mage hand in this.
Based on the amount of warriors, the pots today will be 1,000 minus 700 gold. Some people look confused. It's 300 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, makes sense. I get Boom inspiration for the start of the show. Okay. Basically, when you jump back in down, you basically slap Boom on the side and cast inspiration.
Yep.
All right.
That means you can add a d6 to whatever you're going to roll just for an extra boost if you need it, and you can keep it for 10 minutes.
All right. So let's see. I got a couple of things in mind here. So let's see.
These three are a group, and these two are solo acts. So you can be a solo act if you want to, or you can split up. Splitting up doesn't mean you'll succeed. It just means you'll have, if you one of you passes, better odds.
Well, if we're together, do we give each other advantage or anything, or I don't know how this is going to work.
Based on how you describe your performance, that will give you a multitude of things. If you describe it poorly, well, it might give disadvantage.
So what you want is for us to describe our performance,
And that will
and
lower your DC check.
Mm-hmm.
okay, and our DC check's going to be either a performance or musical instrument DC check.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't want to start, I can have one of
Yeah,
you
I was gonna
proceed.
say,
So.
the
good.
microphone
So,
does that feedback thing.
speaking of microphones, so the idea being is I go ahead and step out to start things. I've already got Mage Hand out, and I'm using it to hold my trophy taken from a fallen enemy, which I have decided is a horn of some sort. And I'm going to have it out in front of me as if it were a wireless microphone, and basically just making sure that that's always magically floating in front of me as I just sing into it as I'm performing my tune. In the meantime, I'm also planning on working, where is it? Prestidigitation into the to the act. So, as I make various flourishes, I'm going to try and work the casting of prestidigitation into the lyrics and everything, so that I can have those showers of sparks as I make a grand gesture, or provide little color swatches as I pass my hands past myself to just kind of give my costume, well, my regular clothes, such as it is, some, color changing capability just to add to that. And I'll also, where applicable, fire off some faint musical notes to enhance Kobo's music as well, and follow along with the lyrics. But definitely going to be doing a lot of moving around and dancing around, and I'll probably use Kobo as a bit of an anchor. So I'll kind of work moving generally around his perimeter as I'm giving him, basically trying to draw the attention to him and his performance as I'm going ahead and crooning away.
All right.
Okay, and as he's doing that, I'm going to try and, I'm going to keep with this song, but I'm also going to try and throw in a little bit of prestidigitation as I can, to accent the music beats and some of the things he's doing.
Okay.
Do you guys think that there's any appropriate moments for like foot stomps or hand claps from the audience during your performance?
I'm sure there's a spot in the middle where we're all clapping our hands or holding lighters.
Yeah, if I go ahead and basically,
And I'd
like
to persuade the audience to do that along with them.
Okay. Boom, Kobo. Boom, you have an advantage thanks to the way you described it. You're definitely using your body, your dexterity, which you do have a lot of. So you're able to move gracefully with a song and dance. Definitely capable of doing that. Due to the way you described it, you do have advantage on your performance and or musical check. If you don't have music, then just use performance. You do have advantage on that, thanks to the fact that Kobo is also helping with the assistance, casting the light array around you. You do have a +2. Kobo, based on how Boom is coordinating with you and moving about around you, you do have an advantage based on those two topics. It almost looks like you're complimenting Boom rather than yourself. So I'm afraid you don't get a +2.
And it was a D6 I get from the inspiration, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, and you said it was Dex for the performance this time around?
Yeah.
Okay, that would actually, didn't let me change that, so that would
then what's the modifier?
effectively, let's see, Charisma was 1, Dex was 5, the difference is 4, so that would bring me up to a, let's see, 25 total using Dex instead of Charisma.
Boom, you're the best backup dancer the world has ever seen.
And lead singer.
/ lead singer. Kobo, go ahead and roll your performance. Your
24.
pan flute is incredible. It does seem like your performance is drawing up a crowd, picking things up. At this point, Gothos, go ahead and roll persuasion advantage, thanks to these two doing a great job. Nice.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be playing in order. Everything seems to be going well. Boom and Kobo pick, one of those poppy songs that are good songs, but everyone knows them. So they know when to pick it up, drop it, stomp their feet, clap. So when this all happens, Gotho's in the background, like changes their voice a little and goes, "Yeah, let's all join in." And some of the crowd gets all riled up and then begins to clap, sing, dance in a rhythmic melody put together. So your performance total would be added a total of +5 thanks to the crowd. So in total, 29 and 28. Sorry, I think it's 32 thanks to the dexterity. So yeah, that's kind of hard to beat. Next up would be the Tiefling solo act. So they begin to try to sing and dance, but man, I should have made you go first. So here's another thing that was going to happen depending on who went first. Depending on how well they performed, it would give the other people disadvantage. And you just like blew it out of the water.
Yes.
Should have
We
been
make us
closers.
look good by making them look bad.
And a lot of them do have good bonuses. The tiefling woman tries to sing and dance, but from time to time she like plays the wrong note, and it's not working well. Unfortunately, she did not pass the DC, so the disadvantage carries on to the next group. The next group is Tripwire and Volt, the 3-man duel. I forget what it's called. I'm just gonna call them a band. They begin to play some weird metal instruments that seem to have an electric charge through some of them. Another one plays the same type of thing, but bass guitar, and I think one of them has a symphonic drum. They try to play this along. You can tell that their instruments do cast prestidigitation and flurries around them, but unfortunately, they still have disadvantage.
That's when a Kobo has it.
Oh,
yeah, I've got prestidigitation.
Well,
I was using it to help. Yeah.
Okay, I missed that part. If we win, we're going to want to coordinate. We'll go ahead and throw the hands up, fire off a burst of fireworks. Then when we take a bow, have a shower of sparks come out of the hand as we take a bow.
The performance of the 3-man band is good. It's great. Not enough to beat a 32 and 28. So unfortunately, they aren't able to succeed. The next individual, the Kitsune woman, hers is more of a musical melody step-by-step work. It's ballet mixed with song rhythmic pattern. Unfortunately, the secondary group did not succeed or tie, so she still has disadvantage. 13, and that's a 15. It's good. It's great. It's not perfect. All the magic, all the cheering, all the pop idol songs that Kobo and Boom threw in their faces, they just could not meet up or step up. The best one out of these three was likely the 3-man group, who I actually named. Let's be serious. So when all's said and done, Kobo and Boom, you do succeed and just milk it. Immediately when York then states, "We have our winners!" Kobo just shoots a burst of magic into the air, causing fireworks. The crowd cheers and roars.
Yep, and as we bow, the shower of sparks go out in the front as our hands pass in front of our bodies.
And Freebird plays in the background.
Trip and his band begin to play Freebird. Why not? Yep, she is Wire, which means she is Volt.
Hopefully we haven't made new mortal enemies.
I'll tell you why I named him for a little bit later. But
there's another battle of bands at night.
Yeah.
More dangerous at night.
How'd you know? But York looks towards you guys and goes, "Ha ha! Excellent! Not only are you fighters, I don't know about you, sir. Looks towards Boom. Looks towards Kobo. But you have the heart of a musician as well. He throws money at Boom. Claps Kobo in the back really hard. Like not to damage you, but like is as like happy, overjoyed that you did so well. Boom, you get tossed 300 gold. You catch it in your hands, in your paws. And York the state. I already know your name. Looks towards Boom. May I have yours?
Boom of the thunderstorm.
May I
Or just
present
Boom?
to you Boom! Clap! Clap, clap, boom! And he already gave you a name, Kobo, so he just is trying to remember it. Kobo of the thunderstorm! No, wait, you use fire. Kobo of the firestorm! The two-man group called... then looks towards you guys to give you a name.
Thunder and fire.
A song of thunder and fire.
It says Gothos in the background. Thunder and fire! Trip looks towards you guys, impressed. He thought their band name was cool. And then York then states, now! Get him out of my arena, you! Tussles your hair, and then looks towards the crowd. This has concluded the arena for today. Tune in tomorrow, where we will have the opening act of fighting, and then the true main event. Foursquare.
No, anything but that.
It has been written! And he, like, jumps in. When he mentions Foursquare, a lot of people are shouting and, like, wooing. You're not exactly sure if it's, like, legit Foursquare or just the name of it. It honestly could just be a name of something. Oh, Boom, you left your treasure.
Oops. There we go.
But these guys
I would actually love a fucking Foursquare tournament. Just like passing the ball, and we're like so serious about it. It's like, this is unfair. They have a height advantage.
I will tell you that each day you're able to fight, no problem. In fact, you can get a lot of money this way. But the main event, or at least the thing I like about the arena, is that after the fights are a different type of entertainment sequence. So today it was a battle of the bands. Tomorrow is Foursquare. Day after, who knows?
I want a cooking battle because I forget what you made it count as, but Gothos was good at it.
Gothos was good at it. Returning back 300 gold richer, your team does come back once more. You do see that the oops, wrong player. Betting woman comes back. Unfortunately, I forgot to do this, so I'm going to say no one bet except for Antidote because he has a problem, and he just basically gives back the 50 gold he won.
He had no faith.
He probably bet against me based on my performance selling, trying to sell clothes.
Yes. He bet on the way I thought he would, so he bet on the three-man band.
I just kind of go over and touch my pant leg and look up at great big huge eyes. Bet against me.
Yes.
You're far away there, Gothos.
I can
Or-
hear him.
hello.
It was pretty far away.
Sorry.
It's fine. Yes,
It was
so-
supposed to be a mousy little voice. You bet against me. With great big puppy dog eyes.
Yes, it did. Like, no, like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like, yes. Yes, I bet against you.
Yes, I did.
I already told you I had a problem. Antidote does state, alright, it does seem like the most of you made a lot of money. Boom puts his mic away. So, what now? Would you still have 2 more days to go? I'm going to say you guys got here, fell asleep, woke up. So you still have 2.5 days. I don't know why I keep bending the rules for you guys.
Because they're so
No, we
flexible.
should rest.
That's why they print them on paper.
Yeah, a full rest would be nice.
Okay.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to get murdered in the evening arena. I don't want to find out what it's like to get shredded by an enemy guitar.
You're at a
I
bar.
don't know if we can make a. We did make a pretty good haul there with cash.
Yep. So I guess speaking of which, I need to split this up. And if I was hearing that correctly, it sounded like we got a lot of help out in the audience. So I don't know. Well, actually, Kobe, you fine with it splitting 4 ways?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, in that case, everybody gets 75 gold from the Battle of the Bands.
Then I split the gold from the fight 4 ways too, so everybody gets 100 from that.
Mm-hmm.
Okey-dokey.
So wait, we got how much from the band? I didn't help with
3.
that. I feel like I shouldn't take anything. I just watched. I
Yeah.
ate pizza and watched. I was eating. I was like, this is entertainment.
Toulouse
It was
straight up just
awesome.
eating peanuts.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like I shouldn't get any of that, honestly, and you guys should split that 3 ways.
Well, I'm going to try and give you the 75 gold anyway. If you don't take it, then I'll go ahead and split that 3 ways. I'll take 25 to each everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll let you guys split that between you guys.
Okay. But the team is back together after a good long rest. This inn does also have rooms. They're in the back. Quite literally, you can see them there. Oops, wrong account. There. But your team does come back together. Oh, oops, I'm in the wrong layer. No wonder it's not pinging. There, ping,
There you go.
and you're back. But after collecting the money and making sure that everything is A-okay, you now are financially stable-ish. You can definitely get more money. Slash, once again, is now with you guys. No longer not part of the team. So she is until further notice, unless you guys manage to kill her, with the group. Looking towards you with the bartender once more, then states, so, did you all manage to collect money?
A little bit in there.
No, good. Then the arena went well.
Nobody, well, yeah, nobody died.
Well, they tend not to die unless, well, there is a rumor that there are more violent things happening at night. But you didn't hear that from me. That being the case, though, I'm glad your bets went well. Not considering that you guys actually fought. So then, where to now?
Actually, what else is there to do today? Did we want to talk to Linny and find out if there's anything else we needed to, or might be interested in dealing with? Assuming I didn't get the name totally wrong.
It's Lenny.
Lenny, okay. I'm just going to blame it on the whole feline tongue thing.
I mean, it's Linni, so honestly, it's a bad pronunciation anyways. Any way you say it. Yeah.
Okay, so Linny, Lenny, Charles, it's all the same.
Yeah.
All right. Did we want to see what kind of offerings he had for us? Or, of course, actually, it sounded like he wanted us to pay him for things, so
Yes.
I don't know. If you guys got more dealings with this than I do, I mean, I just, uh-oh.
Ignore them for now.
Yeah, for now.
As we see some people walk in behind us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out on that high voltage tripwire. This could be a trap. Turns out Eldest joins them, and that ends up becoming our Battle of the Bands rival.
battle bends are more cutthroat in the arena. No.
But yeah, you were saying.
Oh, although actually, one thing I did realize suddenly is I need to find some sort of container for Slash's weaponry.
Either
So-
that or I need to buy some new weapons.
That may be true, but that's no reason to get rid of ones that you've probably grown attached to and probably still work just fine at night and indoors, I believe. Guess I could be wrong about that part.
I suppose the best way to figure out if I can temper them would be going to a blacksmith or perhaps a shop.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Or did we want to worry about that tomorrow or get that taken care of today?
According to you all, we still have today and tomorrow until the caravan leaves.
Maybe we'll get it out of the way today.
All right. Antidote then states it's more than fair. By the way, did anyone else notice the 3 band members in the back?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't think they're
That's
following
why
us.
my ears are pointing that
This
way.
is a bar/inn, but it's a little weird that we noticed them today.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're watching us, or
They just look like they're drinking. A
okay.
waiter didn't come over, get their drinks, put their drinks down, and then they walked away. They just seem to be having fun. Anyways.
All right. Well, all right. Well, Slash, you want to go with me? We can go check with the blacksmith, see what our options are for these.
Sounds fair. Antidote the state. I do need some more remedies, so I will be joining you, if that's all right.
Oh, fine by me.
All right. Antidote, Boom, and Slash are going shopping. Who else is going shopping?
Yeah. Sure.
Kubo does. And Goth is currently MIA. Toulouse, are you going with?
Yeah, I'll join.
Okay, since the main force goes, I'm gonna say everyone goes. Aldeth doesn't go. You don't invite her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to get charged extra.
Probably. She goes. She just doesn't go inside. Obviously, you tell her, watch our step or like keep an eye out for any problem people, so you don't get accidentally charged. Oh, oops, wrong map. There we go.
Oh, lots of fancy stuff.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't finish this map, so it's so small.
Well, if you want, you can just shrink all of us and we'll wander around a little. I don't know.
Nah, I can just do this. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Map layer. I don't know why Slash is so big.
Yeah, giant Slash.
I think I might have
Featuring
accidentally clicked her.
Slash's weapons.
Wait, why can? Oh, she's in GM layer. Map layer now.
He will not be pressed.
Okay, you all enter into the shop without too much of an issue. Looking inside, you do see a gaggle peruse amount of things. You can tell that this is also a blacksmith. This little quaint shop does have like small things here and there that, you know, aren't so mysteriously lost or found through the ages. It's just a nice little shop. Looking around, you like ring the bell, and in the back you do hear someone like commotioning and moving things around in a due state. One moment. Until they enter through the doorway, you see that this Goliath with the minute blades. The main ones are a couple daggers, a couple of long